Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You know, past behavior could predict future decisions. You just have to pay attention to someone's decisions he or she made in the past, and in similar situation in the future, you're able to predict to a high degree what or how that person will react. That's an easier way to do this kind of stuff. The only thing you have to pay attention and memorize. Memorize the circumstances. In the same circumstances, you're going to find out a person thinks in the same certain way, analyzes things and makes decisions based on preferences and the lack of preferences, and will act possibly, probably in this manner. This is with what happens here in Ukraine. When I said that, I think I'm right on this one. That's what I'm trying to say, that if you do this, you're going to be able to predict what's going on. I predicted this situation, and this situation is this, for a long time. All right? That Ukraine needs ATACMS missile to stop Russian terror. Those are long-range missile systems, to up to 300 kilometers. Right here. So this is what I predicted for some time. And how did I predict that? I looked at their behavior in the past, and I knew they would go like this based on my mountain slope model, which is they start little by little, and I said they're going to get to the end, which is the end is they're not going to be nuclear weapons. So below that is troops on the ground in Ukraine, and they will be getting there under euphemistic terms. It's not going to be troops on the ground, fighters, NATO troops attacking Russia. No, it's going to be peacekeeping forces deployed in Ukraine for humanitarian reasons, distributing candies and blankets and condoms and all that. And they will not work. They will not fight, not work. They will not fight, actively fight. No, they're not engaged. We're going to send about 50,000 of them. You know what I mean. So if you remember, they start like this. The whole process to get to the point where they are right now. They started with, remember when they asked for javelins to Doom? Okay, then they got to howitzers. Then they got to HIMARS. Remember the HIMARS? The short-range missile systems, 50 kilometers or something. Then they got to what? To armored vehicles. Remember, they got that one. Then they got to tanks. They got that. Now they want F-16s and aircraft. They will get that one. And now is what? Two more things. One, I didn't think they will ask that one, and I'm going to show it to you here because I have it ready. And it's not this, because this is, I knew this, what they're going to want that, but they want this one. German U-boats and a frigate. What? So this is the maximum before the troops come. So let's read this little article here, where the Kiev Independent reports on the 28th of January 2023, Ukraine needs ATACMS, ATACMS, I would say, ATACMS missiles to stop Russian terror. And I've been talking about this for some time, and I knew it's coming. So anyway, President Volodymyr Zelensky said in his evening address on January 28th that Ukraine needs longer range missiles, including MGM-140 Army Tactical Missile Systems called ATACMS, to stop Russian terror. The HIMARS missiles that Ukraine currently uses have a range of 80 kilometers, not 50 miles anyway, and cannot reach many of the Russian-occupied areas. So far, the US has refused to supply ATACMS missiles, which have a range of 300 kilometers, and GLSDB missiles, which can travel for 150 kilometers. They will receive it. They will receive it. So, Ukraine needs, and I'm quoting, Ukraine needs long-range missiles to prevent the Russian occupiers from placing their missile launchers somewhere far from the front line and destroying Ukrainian cities with them. End quote. You will receive them. I guarantee you that. Why? Because I'm looking in the past and you received everything, and I see no reason why you wouldn't receive these ones. Anyway, let's go to the next one. This one comes from Sputnik, and it's from 5 hours ago on the 29th of January 2023. After concession from Berlin on tanks, Kiev demands German U-boats, plural, and frigate. Now, I covered this U-boat claim earlier today, the article coming from a former Ukrainian ambassador to Germany, but I didn't know he's still in the Ukrainian leadership, but he is in the government. And now I found out, and I didn't know they asked for U-boats and frigate from the Germans. They asked for everything, and they will get it. But I don't think they will get the submarines, because I don't think they can use them in the Black Sea. For what? And they're going to be blown up, I'm guessing that. How many? They want 1, 2, 3? How many? The German government folded the months of pressure from Washington and Kiev this week and agreed to send its Leopard 2 main battle tanks east, marking a major escalation in the NATO-Russia proxy conflict in Ukraine. Not skipping a beat, Kiev immediately began calling on the West to deliver even more advanced hardware, including fighter jets. They will get them, they already get them, we know that. So we have Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister Andriy Melnik. This is the guy. And he used to be as I said, the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany. Now, he is still Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister. He's still there. I thought that he is an maybe he's not that important, but he is. Has called on Germany to send one or more of its submarines and possibly even a decommissioned frigate to Ukraine to, and I'm quoting, kick the Russian fleet out of the Black Sea. We'll see in his statements, because I don't like, this is just paraphrasing and Sputnik's interpretation of Melnik said. I would like to see his translation of whatever he gurgled. Germany produces one of the world's, and I'm quoting, world's best submarines, Melnik wrote, referring to the Type 212A diesel-electric attack sub made by German steel and defense giant ThyssenKrupp. I think that's how you pronounce it, ThyssenKrupp AG. They were still from so long, Krupp. The Bundeswehr has 6 such U-boats, I'm quoting. Why not send one to Ukraine? End quote. He said one, he asked. And I'm quoting again. It is not wishful thinking, but my personal experience as a consul general in Hamburg. I was on board of a U-212A at Marine Base Eckerforde in 2008. Really huge. One admiral told me, you need one sub to keep the Russian Black Sea Fleet in check, end quote. He wrote in a follow-up tweet accompanied by a cutaway diagram of the sub. Well, I don't think one will do the job, let's put it this way. Melnik also urged Germany to send its recently decommissioned Lübeck frigate, and I'm quoting, or at least its weaponry like the Sea Sparrow, shipborne short-range anti-missile systems, and Harpoon anti-ship missiles, end quote. In another tweet, he posted a link of the ThyssenKrupp promotional video on the Type 212CD expeditional sub. Melnik called on Ukraine's NATO allies to come up with a master plan and how to defeat Russia with tightly coordinated shipments of modern weapons, including fighter jets and submarines, end quote, instead of worrying about escalating the conflict. So yeah, the only thing is here where they Sputnik quotes Melnik's right here, a master plan on how to defeat blah 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 blah, including fighter jets and submarines. All right, so that's a plural right there, if that's accurate. Reaction to Ukrainian diplomats' proposal on subs and frigates was mixed, with some okay, this is what people said. I can't say that. Anyway, this is what's going on with these weasels. So they ask the long-range missile systems right here. They ask, and I don't think this is viable, to be honest with you, U-boats and the frigate. I don't think that would happen. But definitely they will receive something. They will receive something, which is tanks, aircraft, long-range missile systems. They will receive those. I'm 98% certain, not 99, because that's, instead of saying 100, you always leave one down, because you never know, things can happen. So 99, I would say 98. And we'll see. As I said, my mountain slope model works as a beauty. And I knew, because I knew these guys. How did I know them? I watched them. I watched what they did in the past, how they do stuff, How they do? They start little by little by little by little. Why? Supposedly because of the public opinion. So they don't scare the below 86 IQ strata of the society, and they let them be, consuming, watching TV, drinking beer, and watching games, and that's it. Pay their taxes. If they don't pay the taxes, at least use the taxes that other people are paying. But at least go and vote. Yeah, okay. Unbelievable. But anyway, they will receive long-range missile systems. They will not receive U-boats. They will not receive probably that frigate, but long-range. And again, the next one and the top of the mountain is troops that will just be observers, keep speaker, peacekeepers, humanitarian, peace-loving, all that, you know what I mean. About, 50,000 at first, or first 1,000 and then 3,000. They already have, supposedly, the Americans have observers, inspectors, about 1,000 from, 2 months ago. 1,000 inspectors, they just inspect to see where the weapons are going in Ukraine. 1,000. And then I know they have some military advisors. Again, they just advise. Yes, do like this, do like this. They're not involved. So that's what we're told. And we believe them. Reason not to believe them? They found all those weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, remember? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.